What's your sweater about?
Oh, so this is a tattoo shop in San Diego that my little cousin got her tattoo on her bachelorette party.
Oh.
Yeah, so then she came home with a tattoo and I came home with the jacket.
Yeah, you're like, I won't get a tattoo, but I'll get a jacket.
I told her the only way I'll get one is if we did like a matching.
Oh, yeah.
And then she kind of like looked at me, but she already had her idea to get her for that specific trip.
Oh, okay.
So I think, who knows?
Yeah. Would you get a matching one with me?
I think so.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I don't think I could get a tattoo.
I don't see you getting one. That's why I'm like,
That's why I'm like, yeah.
See, I knew I was safe with you. We're already soulmates. We don't need to prove it to everybody.
No.
Prove
Exactly.
our love.
Our names are enough.
Do you imagine our initials? That would be funny. And I'm
Okay.
actually surprised I don't have any.
Yeah. Why don't you have any?
Well, my best friend's mom, God rest her soul, she passed away. But she made all of us promise, because we were all going to get the Portuguese roosters.
Oh, yeah.
All of us girls. There's 7 of us. Mm-hmm. And we were all going to get the same tattoo. And that was like our friendship matching tattoos, if you will. And she made us promise that we had to wait until we were 25. And she goes, if you still want it when you're 25, then go ahead and get them. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is 3 of us out of the 7 don't have any tattoos.
Wow.
Yeah, and I truly believe it's because I made that promise to her and I kept it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have any. Because I would have started young, probably 18.
And then kept going.
Yeah, I probably would be like fully tattooed.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a cool story. That you didn't get it, how you didn't end up getting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny is she's the one that my friends would be having like a big old house party. Mm-hmm. And their backyard had like a fence. They used to separate. So she had her own little section, the mom did. And she had her little garden. And so when you were like in the mom section, you just felt like you were in a different world because of the garden and the trees and stuff. Yeah. And then the rest of the backyard was huge. It was all open and stuff. And they would be having house parties. And they'd be like, dude, where the hell does she go? And I would hop the little fence because if I saw like a little puff of smoke, because at the time I still smoked cigarettes, so I'd jump the fence and I'd go hang out with her mom. And she'd be like, why are you over here? You're hanging out with the old lady. Like, go with the kids. And I'm like, you're funner. And I always had more fun with her, like just picking her brain and talking to her.
You were more mature.
Yeah, and then she would always say like, out of all the friends, she would say I reminded her the most of her when she was younger.
Oh. That's probably why you guys
clicked. Yeah. She was cool, dude. She was a cool lady. I wish you had a chance to meet her.
Oh, I'm sure I would have liked her.
She was fun. Well, I mean, look at her daughters. They're a riot, dude. Love those girls.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. Let's get started. Let's do like Black Eyed Peas. Let's get started.
Let's get it started.
Hey y'all, welcome to Rockin' on the Porch with the one, the only, the extremely sleepy Giggles.
Always. Hi.
Hey y'all, I'm Mishi.
Catch me yawning all the time.
Oh. Next time you're going to catch a flying chicken.
I probably will. Why did you have a chicken the other night?
It was my magic trick.
It was your magic.
Did you think it was funny?
It was funny. It was funny because I didn't expect it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Papa Tony. Okay. Let's talk about Papa Tony for a second. Papa Tony left when I did it for him. Because I told him I got to practice because I'm going to show Giggles my little magic trick. And he was like, all right. So I showed it to him and he laughed. And then like when I explained it, he laughed even harder. Because I think the fact that I'm pulling a chicken out of my fanny pack, people are like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, what?
Get it? Yeah. So then when I'm like, yeah, look, I pulled a chicken out of my fanny. And then he started laughing so hard. And then when we got back, well, when he dropped me off and I was like, look, dude, I was like, she laughed. She thought it was funny. And he's like, it's not that funny, but I just felt bad for you.
Oh my gosh.
And I looked at my aunt's wife and I was like, did you think it was funny? She goes, I thought it was funny. I was like, all right. I'm ready to fight him. I think he was just fucking with me. All right. Would you rather?
Okay.
Every time you tell a joke, a child cries. Or every time you cry, a clown laughs.
Every time I cry, a clown laughs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do that.
Right? I don't have the heart to make a kid cry.
I know, right? Why?
And then I was hoping like maybe the clown would make me like happy.
Yeah.
Just from them laughing. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true. Or you'd get scared.
Well, I guess it depends what kind of clown. If it's like a Gacy clown.
They have like some sort of evil laugh. Oh. I'd cry even more.
Well, we're in agreement.
Yeah.
That was quick.
That was quick because, I mean, who wants to make a baby cry?
You'd be surprised. My family used to pinch me when I was little.
Just to see you cry?
Yeah, because I never cried.
Oh, okay. They probably won't. They thought you were broken.
Yeah. I was dropped on my head by my brother, so.
That's probably why then. They're like, we want to make sure she's all there. Let's pinch her.
Yeah, so if you don't like me, go talk to my brother. Don't talk to me. It's his fault.
It's his fault.
Yeah, literally. My mom said she walked in the room, he was holding me, and she's like, what are you doing? He's all, I was like, that was your reaction? It wasn't me.
Oh, that's even worse.
Right?
He's not all smart, is he? Just kidding. You just quietly sipped.
Love you, brother.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, why don't you?
Because this is a great segue.
Oh, perfect. Then convince me, Giggles. What are you convincing me of?
First, I want to know your opinion.
Uh-huh.
What do you think is better, pets? Having pets or having a sibling? Or siblings?
That's hard. Because you have an emotional bond with both. Mm-hmm. But one doesn't talk back.
Right.
One doesn't try to hurt you.
Right.
Ooh. I want to say sibling.
Siblings?
Yeah.
Siblings are better than pets. That's what you think.
Not
Yes.
really. I think pets are better than siblings.
This is where my convince me is going. You're making it very difficult for me.
Well, because like my pets don't hurt me.
Okay. So you think pets are better than siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, I think siblings are better than pets.
Why?
Because you can actually talk to them. I mean, you can talk to your pets, but your siblings can actually talk back to you. And sometimes they might piss you off, but they can give you like those lifelong lessons and bonds and things like that that you won't get from a pet.
I can get it from a friend. So what happens if somebody's an only child?
Then they miss out on having a sibling, and that's rough. If they don't have those close friends that they grow up with, like his niece, then like they miss out on having those bonds.
Yeah.
And they were lucky in that situation, but there's a lot of people who don't. So I think it's always important for somebody to have siblings.
I'm not convinced.
You can only hold on, I'm not done. You can only play so much with your pets, and with your siblings you can play more.
I feel like my pets spend more time with me than my sibling.
Yeah, but when you were little, like
Even then.
oh my gosh, that's probably because you guys had a big gap. No, did you have a big?
Not
age
really.
gap?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was always hanging around. I was always around. We played and stuff. But I mean, when I'm 10, he's 15. That's a big difference.
Yeah, like my sister, who's older than me 5 years, we didn't play much. Yeah. My brother I played with more because we were closer in age. Even my other sister, like, we played with a little bit more, but when she got to a certain age, she's like, I'm too cool for you. But still, when I was going through things, for example, they had already gone through college processes and like life stuff. And me, I could just go to them and be like, how do you do this? And they'd help me. You know what I mean?
No, because neither one of us went to college. We didn't.
No,
like
with other life stuff, if you have other life stuff,
But
you'd
we're
be like, hey, what do you
also-
do with this?
It's also, he's a boy, I'm a girl, so
It's different.
different.
Okay, so how about this? Sometimes siblings are better than pets.
I would agree with sometimes, but not all the
'Cause,
time.
like, if you had had a sister, maybe it would have been different.
Oh, I think so, 100%.
Yeah.
Because that's, yeah, especially if we were closer in age and everything.
Yeah.
Look, my brother was my best friend growing up. People
Yeah.
actually used to be very jealous of our relationship, which I think they kind of still are to this day.
Yes.
Because we do get along very well. And especially if you put us two together and then we start like going back and forth, like forget it. We can have a whole room cracking up with the stupid shit we do.
Yeah.
We would do like dance battles in the bar, you know? He'd
that's
walk up
funny.
and draw a line. I'm like, oh, watch out, like back up. You know, we'd be all stupid and goofy in front of everybody. People actually thought we were married for like the longest time.
Oh my gosh.
And then you're like, no.
Oh, people thought that about me and my brother too.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Yeah, it is. We're like, ew, no.
And then he would always say he was the pretty one. Well, at the time he was.
My brother would say the same thing too. But I'd like to say that you're the prettier one now.
Now I think I've blossomed.
Yes, you have.
I've elevated.
Yeah, definitely.
He's still a handsome guy, but
But you're definitely prettier.
yeah, I like to think so. I'm just kidding.
Here's my other argument. You don't have to clean up most of the time your siblings' puke or poop or that kind of stuff. If you have a pet, you have to pick up after them, like when they throw up and stuff.
Yeah, but that's the whole point because I'm mom. I'm mom to the pet.
Yeah, but you're not.
When I see my little baby girl throwing up,
Uh-huh.
oh my mom laughs because I'm like petting her. It's okay, sweet, get it out, get it out. I'll even tap her little back. Like I think I need to have
That's
a
pretty
kid.
funny.
Yeah, like the way I treat my dog is the way I think I would treat my child if I had
I'm
a child.
sure. Yeah.
And like people laugh. They're like, I mean, for goodness sakes, I have what is it called, a swaddle for her?
Yes,
I
you
can
do.
carry
A
her
swaddle.
around,
You have a
like-
swaddle.
You know what I mean? I have a little now. I got a stroller,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
mind picking up after her.
Okay. Well then.
But I think that's because I know she can't do it herself.
Yeah.
It would be different if she could and she didn't. Then that would be a different story. Because like I know my brother could pick up his own stuff after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about your bond with your sibling lasts longer than the bond with your pet?
Well, it depends. Because you can also get in arguments with your sibling, not talk to your sibling for a few years.
Yes.
Or I know people that have siblings and they're like, yeah, I might have talked to them one time this year, if that.
But then it makes you miss them more.
Does it?
It could. This is really hard.
This is a good one. I
Yeah.
think this is the longest we've ever gone back and forth.
And if you had said pets, or if you had said the opposite, I would have convinced you otherwise.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because at the point I am in my life right now, like my dog is like my little world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm also further away from my brother. If I
Yes.
was closer, it'd be different because I would still be seeing him all the time.
Well, and here's the thing too, like, I think that it depends on which point you are in your life, kind of like you're saying, because for me, growing up, I was really close to as an example, my brother. But then, now that he's married, I'm not as close to
Yeah.
him.
Once they get a partner, it's different.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Which, I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
Because now they have somebody else in their life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I still want to text you. I still want to call you. I still want to hang out.
Right. Send you funny memes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you can't send memes to your cat or dog.
No, I just make the memes out of them and send it to you.
You can't laugh with them. Oh, that was fun. You can't laugh with your pets.
I laugh all the time with my dog.
What does he laugh? I mean, she laugh too?
I'm sure inside.
She's like, you crazy.
Like, and she's all excited. Like, like the other day, my dad was laughing because I came out of the room and she was like, had like this energy and she's running around and she does this with her hands.
Yeah.
So what she used to do with my Cocker Spaniel is like, my Cocker Spaniel was very smart and then she would do her selective hearing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if we were like, say we went and took her out to go potty and we're standing at the door and the little one's up here and the other one, the Cocker Spaniel, is still on the grass and we're calling her and she's like turning her head. Like it's more of like, if I don't see you, you don't see me type thing,
Yes.
And then finally, like, we'll be like, hey, come on. Hey, let's go. Come on. Get her attention. The little one would literally run up to her with her mouth open and growling, and she'd slap her. Ta, 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 ta. She wouldn't bite or anything. And it wasn't, like, aggressive, but it was just funny because it's like, hello, they're calling you. Let's go. And then she would, she'd get her in the house. It was so funny. Or it's like, if she was on the couch, she used to slap other dogs, too.
That is so funny.
Yeah, if, like, you would bring your dog over, your cat, and it tried to jump up on the couch where I was, she'd smack it. Bah. Well, it's like when she had her little zoomies, I called them zoomies. And I got down on all fours, and I was messing with her and it was funny because as I was going like this, like towards her, she was doing it. She was mimicking me back.
How funny!
With her hands, and she was like crawling on the floor like me.
Yeah.
And then I got her, and I like rolled her over. And then I rolled her back, and she was like, whoa, like, she wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And then she jumped up, like she used to do to the Cocker Spaniel, and she opened up her mouth, and she came at me like this.
How funny.
But she didn't touch me.
Yes.
But it was like her, like, trying to be big and, scare me. And I was laughing. I was like, what are you going to do? You have no teeth. She just has the one big one. You know what I mean? Like, she has a few teeth, but I was like, what are you going to do? Gum my nose? Like, get out of here. And then, like, me and my dad were laughing. He was like, that was so funny. I've never seen her, like, do that before, like to us. She only did it to other animals. But
That's so funny.
I think I still prefer the pets.
Wait, hold on. I got another one. Your siblings will cost you less money than your pets.
Have you been to the bar with my brother?
Oh, never mind. Okay. I haven't, but I know where you're going. Yeah.
I think it cost him more, but
that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it should be 50-50.
Yeah. But
I'm not convinced.
oh man, hold on.
That was for you, Giggles.
Yep, I lose.
Oh. Okay. We're going to play a little game.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, Giggles. Giggles and listeners. I want to use our imaginations. So I need you to close your eyes and imagine what I'm about to tell you. But listeners, if you're driving, please don't close your eyes.
Yeah, don't.
Or if you're operating heavy machinery.
If you are in a safe environment, close your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, close your eyes. Clear your mind. Imagine waking up each day in a silent, pitch black room. No conversation. No touch. No sunlight. Imagine for over a decade, this is your reality. During the day, you're in a homemade straitjacket, chained to a potty chair. At night, you're wrapped in a sleeping bag and chained inside of a crib with chicken wire fastened around the top and the sides. Can you picture this?
Yep. It's not ideal, but yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Scared?
Yeah. So the scene you just imagined was actually a true story of Genie Wiley. This was her reality from the age of 3 to 13.
3 to 13?
Yeah. So is it possible for the mind to survive such extreme isolation?
I don't think so.
No?
No. Because I know a case where there was a kid who was like also secluded for a long time, and they didn't even know how to talk. Mm-hmm. They had to like teach them how to talk, and then developmentally, like they were not okay.
In Genie's case, after she was rescued from the isolation, she was able to learn new words, but she really struggled because of the lack of everything that we take for granted every day. She was able to put like words together, but never really like sentences. Mm-hmm. And then she never fully developed her language. She remained emotionally withdrawn. She had difficulty forming relationships. And despite all the therapy, she actually started doing very well because they did like a trial with her. So they were trying to figure out if they could rehabilitate her so that way they could help other children later in life if a situation similar to this was to occur. But she became very attached to certain doctors. Oh. But once the funding ran out, they actually gave her back to her mom. So her dad is the one that did this to her.
Oh my gosh.
So she went back to the mom, but the mom didn't have the means to help her because the mom was unfortunately abused herself by the dad or her husband.
Yes.
So it was like a whole trauma. Like if you want to look up the story, it's so heartbreaking. But what was crazy, it's like that got me thinking about isolation. Because what's the first thing that pops in your head when I ask you, like, what sort of circumstances would cause of isolation that would cause you to go insane? Because this is not what I originally was thinking about.
Yeah. Like, what is repeat that? Like, if you are...
So what circumstance do you think you're isolated that would cause you to go insane? So for
just being isolated for a period of time, not being able to contact the outside world kind of thing?
Yeah, so like lost at sea, recluse.
Yes.
Solitary confinement.
Yeah.
Lighthouse. That's where like my mind was. And then when I read about her.
Not like that. Yeah, I never thought of that.
Like, wow, like I never even thought about that.
Yes. Yeah.
Like all she could hear, if she could hear anything, was little whispers outside the door or her dad growling at her outside the door.
Wow.
So imagine now you're in public and you're surrounded by people that want to help you.
Yeah.
How terrifying that must be for her.
Well, it's interesting that she like would get attached to people. Like, it's almost sad to say this, but it's almost like having a pet. Mm-hmm. Pets get attached to you because then you provide them with food, you provide them with the love and attention, and then that's kind of like what she mentally was at. She was getting that, and she naturally became attached.
But would she even realize that there was a difference? Because she went in at 3 into that room.
True, she didn't. But the minute that she started getting attention, then she was probably like, oh, I like this. 'Cause your human instinct is always, I think, to have that positive and like that connection with people.
What was cool is they said that she had a way about her. Like, even though she wasn't really like communicating with you or anything like that, like, for example, they had taken her to a butcher shop because they were trying to show her like what life was about. And the butcher really connected with her, and he would like give her like a piece of meat, and then she would hold the meat or the fish, you know, and then she'd smell it, and then she'd like look at it. So he, in a way, was trying to introduce everyday things to her with what he had at his shop. And then they're leaving the shop, and then this little boy walked by with a fire truck, and he turned around and ran back and gave her the fire truck.
Interesting.
And she had never had a present before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so weird.
Isn't that like the fact that people kind of you could pick up on that?
Yeah. Do you know what happened to her in the end?
From what I understand, the mom could not take care of her, so she ended up in like mental institutions.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and then they kind of lost track of her after a while. But the one doctor, she actually wanted to adopt her, but the mom never would allow it. Her real mom.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, because I feel like if she had gone with her, then
she would have had a chance.
Yeah.
That's sad. Like that you would wish your child to be in a mental institution over being with someone who actually care for them.
But I don't think the mom was 100% either.
Yeah.
Due to all the abuse, and then there was a head injury involved in that. She was blind.
Oh.
She had a lot of issues herself.
Yeah.
So do you think there's a difference in one choosing to isolate oneself versus one being isolated against one's will? So is there a difference if I just chose not to leave the house anymore versus if I was thrown into solitary confinement?
I don't know. I think, like, if you choose to be alone, isolated, it'll still have effects on you, but in a different way.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I still feel like it could put you into depression, but I think it would maybe be at a different level than if you were put against your will.
Yeah, I feel like if I was put against my will, the effects would be more intensified versus if I actually chose it.
Yeah.
Like if I chose a job in a lighthouse, I'm already know I'm going to be all alone.
Yeah.
My mind's going to start playing tricks on me at some point.
Yes. Yeah.
Versus if I'm put in a small room. Because I
Against
feel
your
like
will.
you at least, if it's willing, you still have some sort of control.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of it too.
Yeah. Because then, well, the thing is too, like, if going to a lighthouse by yourself, that's different. But if it's something like, I don't know, you kind of go into a state of depression, you just want to be alone, then I think that's almost where you'll feel more helpless than if you were put into that situation. Because maybe if you're put into the situation, maybe then you still have that little glimmer of hope in the back, like where you're thinking, no, I'll be released. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
Versus if you are depressed and stay home, there is no light.
Yeah.
You have to create it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't even think about that.
No, that's what I was like processing it because I was like, yeah. That's what I was quiet-ish because I was trying to get that.
No, I like that because now
Yeah.
that's something else I'm going to start thinking about. Like,
Yeah.
interesting. So, if you were to go work at a lighthouse, right? Do you think the advantages in technology like social media, virtual reality, even the AI companions, do you think those can truly eliminate the feeling of isolation? Or do humans still ultimately need the actual physical touch from another human being to stay mentally healthy?
I think we saw what happened through COVID.
That was what I thought. I was like, people lost their damn minds.
Right?
But what's funny, it didn't affect me.
Right. It doesn't affect everybody, but I think certain people in certain lines of work see it.
Yeah.
You know, you see especially I've heard from people who work with children, like, they've seen that developmental difference
Big
in them. Yeah. Because, I mean, but then it is their development. I don't know if it affected adults as much. Maybe.
I know people that were losing their, but I feel like I kind of was already prepared for it because when my mom was sick, I didn't leave
Yeah.
the property for 3 months.
Yeah, so you were ready. You were.
But I'll tell you what, those 3 months were fucking hell for me. Like,
Yeah.
mentally, because it's like I was worried about her. I was her primary caregiver, but the fact of the lack of seeing my friends, hanging out, like I didn't have that luxury to be going out like I did before.
That's where it's a shock. Where if you were used to it before and then all of a sudden you can't,
Yeah.
that's a shock.
What's funny is like after that though, it didn't bother me. Like I didn't want to say that I started becoming like a recluse because I wasn't to that extent of to where I wouldn't leave the house.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you were to call me at that time, be like, hey, want to go to dinner? Like afterwards, I'd be like, no, I think I'm just going to chill. Like I got so used to being home.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think same thing with my mom. So like a lot, like she has certain sisters that constantly, they don't know how to be at home.
Yeah.
They're such busybodies, you know? And for us, it doesn't bother us. And people are like, you need to leave the house. It's not healthy.
Excuse me today. I just wanted to stay home all day.
Sorry, Giggles.
Sorry.
That was my bad. In case anybody's wondering, Giggles forgot about me today.
Sorry.
So technology for me is, I think, more of a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still felt like I was connected, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because you were still able to
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about Halloween. We just passed up Halloween, guys, those of you who are listening. And have you heard of like the COVID babies? The COVID babies are different.
No, this is a thing.
Yes, it's a thing. I have a friend who's a teacher and she teaches like around that age group, and she's like, COVID babies are different. So, and I kind of saw it trick-or-treating. I'd go to the door.
Yeah.
And in the past, like I just give some kids like some candy. This year, and no questions asked, I'd be like, thank you, walk away. Okay, this year, the amount of kids that I had, and they're the COVID babies, that went, like, after I gave them some candies, they'd be like, that one's my favorite. They just, like, stand there in front of the basket and be like, that one's my favorite.
What the heck?
It was so weird. So weird.
Like, that's nice. Want a cookie?
So just give it to them, too, because, like, we didn't have a lot of trick-or-treaters, so it got to a point where I just, like, give them handfuls. Because I'm like, well, we're not going to eat all this. Well, we shouldn't eat all this. But,
That's interesting.
yeah, COVID babies are different.
Now I'm going to start paying attention.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, like, if they were raised with different technology, or I don't know. They're just, yeah. They're unique.
So this, going back to the isolation, when I was thinking about being isolated, I was thinking on a, being by myself on an island, lost at sea, all that stuff. So do you think that people such as like really famous singers or artists or, creative in that musician's way, or like even the CEO of a company, like a big time. So, I mean, everybody knows them.
Yes.
Do you think that there's an aspect of them feeling isolated from the rest of the world?
I've heard yes. That being famous is lonely. And I think maybe part of it is because, like, then you have to decipher who really is there for you and who's not. Yeah, so it's lonely in that sense.
Yeah, because you don't know who you're truly connected with or if they're just using you. Yeah. But it was, like, funny because, like, that didn't even occur to me.
Yeah.
At all. And I was like, wow, like, it made me realize, like, am I that narrow-minded?
Oh.
Like, I just assumed it's just this and that's it. Like, like there's so much more to it. And so many different brackets.
Of isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny is it started, like, depressing me at first. And I was like, I don't know if I should do this. I was like, because I was like, I read about Genie and I was like, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
I wanted to go save her. She's older than me. I don't even know where she's still alive. Like,
Right?
But I was just like, oh my gosh.
Does anyone out there know where Genie is?
Yeah. So I'm going to do rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
So just one or the other.
Okay.
Which would drive you crazier? To be in total darkness for a month or a nonstop flickering fluorescent light?
Non-stop flickering fluorescent light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be in absolute silence for weeks or constant background noise, like distant, like in the distance, and it's just whispers. So
That one. That one. Heck no. I would be going crazy.
I'd be like, speak up!
Yeah.
Never feeling another person's touch or suddenly being hugged and comforted, but not knowing how to respond.
By who? Like,
People that want to help you. It could be your family. It could be nurses, doctors.
oh, maybe the second one.
The second one would drive you crazy. People touching you.
Oh, no. Sorry. I'd prefer that over
Not being touched.
not being touched. I don't know, but sometimes, like, it freaks me out, like, whenever somebody just goes up and hugs me or touches me and I don't know them. You know, like the pinky guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's more of our intuition telling us not to be around that certain individual.
True. That is true.
Because I know you're not a big hugger.
Yeah.
But I know every time I see you, I hug you.
Yeah.
And you don't, like, flinch. You don't,
No.
like, back away from me. But I've noticed, like, other people, you're like, oh, you get a little more stiffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my family. We didn't hug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on who it is.
It's funny because I should probably do a segment on that too. Because I didn't realize how many people don't like to be touched.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad, like I'm forcing them to be touched, like, because I'm hugging them. Because I know quite a few people, they're not huggers. They don't, you know.
But here's the thing. I like hugs from certain people, like people that I feel that closeness to, or I don't know. And then sometimes I just feel awkward.
Yeah.
It depends on who it is. And especially, like, if I get weird vibes. I think I feel most awkward hugging males.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, it's just my chest, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I question, like, are they coming at, I think it's because of how I've been hugged in the past. Like, by creepy people.
Mm-hmm.
Guys. Creepy guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had, like, the hand start to slide down, and then I'm like, no.
Nope.
There's nothing there either.
No, and then just that like front hug because they want to feel your chest. No.
And why does it make us feel so gross?
Yeah.
But it brings pleasure to them.
Yes. I don't know. It's gross. Anyway, so yes. But I don't think I could go for a month without touching. Like, I need, even though I'm not a huge hugger, like, I need that hug. I need
the physical contact.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Which would drive you crazier? Never smelling fresh air, flowers, or food again, or suddenly being surrounded by new and overwhelming smells after so much time with being deprived?
What would drive me crazier? Mm-hmm. The first one, not being able to smell outdoors and flowers and all that.
So, which would drive you crazier? If you spent your whole life eating only soft, flavorless foods and never tried anything, which would drive you crazier is suddenly trying bold new flavors that would shock your senses, or always eating the same bland food?
Always eating the same bland food.
Yeah. So all the bad things that you did not choose, that's what poor Genie went through every day of her life from 3 to 13.
Oh.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that I turned it into a game for you.
I know.
I was trying to make it more
That was depressing.
I was trying to make it more uplifting. I was like, how can I make this fun?
I was like, you just brought it back to that. And I was like, ouch.
I can't believe, like, this is the one I started with.
I know.
Well, I'm telling you, it's been a roller coaster. So do you feel it'd be easier to stay in isolation if that's all you've ever known? Or would it be easier to try to reintegrate into the world?
Ooh, integrating into the world would be really, really hard. Really hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just think about anytime you go into a new setting, like, if you move schools or if you move jobs, like,
the anxiety.
Yeah, you have anxiety because it's unknown and you have to make new friends again. And then if you're going from complete isolation to just learning how to talk to everybody, and that's, yeah. And you don't know anything, like, you don't even know how to connect with people because you haven't watched TV. There's nothing.
Girl, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Like, when I went through my little spell, my little depression, when, like, I came back up here and I actually started going out, I was like, I'd come home and my mom would be like, are you okay? And I was like, I would have such anxiety just going because I closed myself off for so long. Yeah. And then now I'm like, surrounded by people, but like I tried to play it off to where like nobody would notice.
Yes.
But the anxiety, like I felt like I didn't even know how to talk to people anymore.
Yeah.
Like I went out with like my little cousin and her friends, and I felt like, oh my gosh, they're probably like, this girl's a fucking weirdo. Like, because like I didn't like and that wasn't me. I was always like social. I was always, you know, you know me. I don't shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. It's like, and then going from like being closed off to that, like it was so scary for me. And I'm like, gosh, I'm like too old for this. It was eye opening.
Yeah, I could see how that's hard.
Do you think there's a benefit or like an unexpected like skill that you could pick up from isolation? Or develop from being in isolation?
I guess just the thing of knowing how to be alone, like
that comfort.
And knowing, being comfortable with silence, that kind of thing. Like,
because that got me thinking, like, what about people that do like the silent retreats, nuns, monks, like stuff like that? Somebody creative, like a writer, how they go and isolate themselves and they write.
Yeah.
Because then I started wondering, like, does that start messing with them, depending on what they're writing?
I think it depends. Yeah.
So if isolation can drive a person mad, could there also be a case where it could make them wiser, more creative, or more resilient?
Wiser, more creative, or more resilient? I guess.
I think it would be like a certain extent of isolation. Because I think there's like a fine line to where it could be helpful.
To where it can be hurtful,
And then hurtful. Traumatizing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how it could make you wiser. I don't know.
I feel like that would be more of like the nuns praying.
That's what I was thinking.
A monk or something like that.
Or like actual reflection
yeah.
time. Yeah.
They could be wiser about themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's a fine line.
It is a fine line.
Because I feel like I'd love to be alone. I think a little too much sometimes. As long as I have my dog, dude, I am fucking good.
You're happy. You're good.
I'm like I laugh because people are like, you should come out. And I'm like, I think I'd rather stay home.
I've done that before.
So who am I going to date?
I was wondering, have your dating apps gone?
Oh, I downloaded all of them.
You did?
Yeah, farmers.com.
Yeah. Tinder.
You can tell. I don't even know the names of them.
So, who are you dating today? Okay, you opened your Tinder app and you see this profile. What are you going to say, okay? What do you see in a partner? Are they fit? Over 6 feet? Do they make a sizable income? Are they well endowed? Do they own more than 2 houses? Will they buy you the Gucci bag you keep browsing? You would never buy a Gucci bag. I could not see you buying a Gucci bag. But anyway.
What are you saying? I'm not fancy?
Well, I would never buy a Gucci bag that I like. We're friends for a reason here. If your answer is yes, with heart eye emojis. Oh, wait, no. Stars. Then look no further. And settle for less with your imagination. Anything is possible. Wait, hold on. And settle for less. With your imagination, anything is possible. And I'll be there to support those very thoughts. Together, we can pretend to live in luxury. Hi, I'm Lucky. And with me at your side, sarcasm is possible.
So what they're saying is there are none of those things.
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure I understand. Because I get myself in trouble. I think that's hilarious.
So your imagination will get you there.
Yeah.
So you get a message from him in your inbox.
That's a really long message, and I think they would have lost me halfway through.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm dyslexic, so I don't like to read. I just like skim. But if it was
You'd probably
funny,
see Gucci bag and all those things, you'd be like, ooh.
I'd be like, dude, I think they're too fancy for me.
Yeah.
I like that you were like, you would never have one.
Sorry.
No, because I never would.
I know,
I'm not dainty. I'm not like, don't get me wrong. I can be dainty if I have to be.
Right. Okay, so what would you respond to that man who sent you the message in his inbox?
If it was funny and it did catch my attention.
Mm-hmm. But he likes sarcasm, and you do too.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where, like, I'm thinking, like, if it was somebody that I was like, okay, I can laugh with this person.
Yeah.
They're not going to take me seriously. I could joke around. Probably, like, something like my imagination. Could you keep up with my imagination?
Ooh,
Something
okay.
like that. Or, like, my imagination runs wild.
That could be a little sexual.
Yeah, so I...
Like,
I'm like, I didn't mean that way.
I could just imagine him, like, sending you an eggplant back or something.
Hopefully it was just an eggplant emoji. Not the real deal.
Unsolicited picture.
You think guys are so gross sometimes.
They are. You
Dick
ready
pics.
to date?
I'm like, the dick pics, I'm like, no. I never was into that.
So a funny thing is, like, a friend of mine is the first one that sent me my first ever dick pic that I ever saw. Yeah. Like,
Are you still friends?
yes. She was dating, like, on apps and stuff. And we were talking about it one
I
time.
thought it was a guy.
No,
That was your friend.
no,
that sent
no,
you.
no.
Like, oh, you never had one here.
Here, let me just send you it. No, it was a girlfriend. And I used to
There
work.
goes my imagination.
I used to work with her, so she thought it was funny because, like, she was telling me, "Oh, I'm dating," and then she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, they're all sending me pics, like dick pics," and then I would just laugh, and I
Was
was like,
she
"Oh, I've
into
never
that?
gotten one of those, huh?"
Was she into that?
No, she was just like,
But every one of us.
all these guys think. So then one day she gets one, and I remember I was pulling into like my work or something. I don't remember. I was somewhere where I couldn't open it, and I just see, like, on that phone I could get like a little preview, like in the, and I was like, what is that? So then when I get a moment, like, where I'm kind of, I open it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I should have closed it really quick, like, and then I ended up telling her, like, what the hell did you just do? And she's like, well, I just wanted to send you your first ever dick pic. Unsolicited.
You'll never forget that.
Nope. She was also the one that would send me the picture of that black guy with a big...
Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, so then I started doing it to her, like, when I'd find a post, I'd send it to her, and she'd be...
If that guy only knew how much he went around.
I know. He's probably proud of himself. He's like, there's enough for everybody.
Was it at least a nice dick?
I don't remember. I think it was traumatized. Like,
I'm like, I don't like them, but was it nice? How did it make you feel? I'm like, that's what it's supposed to look like?
I clearly blocked it out of my memory. Like,
Traumatized.
I think that's what it was. I was like, what? That looks ugly.
Well, I think, like, anytime I ever got one, it was when I was not expecting it.
Yeah.
And then
Well, that's why there are unsolicited dick pics.
Yeah, I was just like, no. Because
Yeah.
it's like, especially if I'm like, it's one thing if, like, you're going back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being flirty.
Yeah, but it's like,
And for a while, like, if you're being flirty for a
Yeah.
bit, and then,
I'm not saying like I say hi and you send me your dick.
right, exactly.
No.
Or your flirty response back, or your response back of, like, I don't know if you can keep up with my imagination. He's like, bam!
Well, I think too, I'm absolutely terrified of like nudes in
Yeah.
general because they're never fully erased.
Yes. No, they're always in the clouds somewhere.
No, not saying that somebody's gonna hack my pictures. If they
You never
did,
know.
they would be like, "What the fuck?" She has a lot of pictures of her dog. Why does her dog look like that? Or it's like the stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, talking about the black guy with the big penis.
Yes, you have that stuff.
I was laughing. I was on my mom's phone and it was a text message that I sent her. And it was like, I don't know if you remember when she went down south and I was still up here.
Yes.
And we had the what was it? It was Santa Claus in a Jeep, her little decoration, and then it had a Santa Claus in there and with the little carrot nose. And I had lost the guy, because the guy is the picture of him with his private parts cut out, and you put it on light switches.
Yes, yeah.
So we put it on the light switch, and my mom was pissed.
Yeah.
Because our guests saw it on the way out. She was embarrassed. And we were cracking up about it. Well, we lost him. And I was cooking, and I was chopping something. I don't know if it was an onion or what. And I looked over, and I was on speaker with her. And when I looked over, he had landed on the Jeep, on the snowman, and the carrot was in the hole. Like, it was I think I sent you the picture.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if I got the picture or if you just told me. I don't remember.
I sent that picture to everybody. I thought it was a funny
I'm sure you sent
shit.
it to me.
I was laughing so freaking hard to where I couldn't breathe, and I was like, I'm going to send you a picture. And then she opened it, and she was like, oh, that is so embarrassing. The light switch. She goes, how long has it been there? Because Christmas had already passed.
Wow. Yeah. That was funny. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. This is perfect. I'm going to leave you with
I love how we always like tie it in, and we don't even talk about this.
Is an erection considered personal growth? Technically it is.
Oh man.
I forgot that was my leave you with this. And then right now I was like, oh, are you serious?
It's so perfect.
Right? That's not what we normally say when we see a dick pic, though.
Usually not.
Usually it's like, oh, shit.
Gentlemen, think long and hard before.
Make sure you are, too, before you send it.
Long and hard.
You know,
think about the angles.
Teeny, weeny little. Gosh, we're terrible.
We are.
Oh
That's it. I'm done.
That's it. We're done.
We're done. I said I'm done. We're done. I have my material for next week's episode, and my the dating profile ties in.
I cannot wait.
Okay.
All right. With that said, we love you, listeners. We'll see you next week. And don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.
If y'all have any questions for any of us or want to share a story or joke, feel free to reach out on Instagram at Rockin on the Porch, and we'll do our best to answer them in the next episode. Show some love by following, liking, and reviewing our podcast on the platform you listen on. If we were able to write anything even a little bit for us, you can go ahead and share this podcast with your friends and family that have a sense of humor. Thank you for listening and laughing with us. Until next week, and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.